Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan, alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
Seems to me that anytime the game is on the line, I mean, he's perfectly willing to be the hero, or the GOAT for that matter. And that's what it takes to be clutch in big situations. You can't be afraid to fail.
And here's another thing about him, Steve. Every time he gets his hands on the ball in the backcourt, he's a one-man fast break.
We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. Last year was a lopsided affair as they were able to take all 4 games in the series, earning the sweep.
Yeah, they rolled through this season series against this club last year, unbeaten on their way to the playoffs.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. No good from Lamb. Miami on defense. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road, too, I mean, with the way they just kept coming at him and coming at him, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
Gallinari, a screen on Garnett. Here's Rose. Back to Fareed. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
One of the oldest players in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? It's fun to watch.
Now, here is George. He had 31 points in the win against Atlanta. Oh, and a jam by Rose.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk clock coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's Garnett. The Heat getting the bucket. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Lamb. No good on the triple.
Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in a starting role.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And for Robin Lopez, not the score that his twin brother Brook is, but, you know, he's showing some signs offensively.
Well, he's efficient from the field and from the foul line, and the key for him is to continue to work on his rim protection, his defense in the lane. He's got potential to be very good in that.
And Gallinari kicks to Lamb. Gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Now, here's George. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that go into the winning.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Rose kicks to Lamb. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Pocket 4, and that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
And here are the Heat now. Dishes it to Lamb. Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. Pass to Prince. And that misses. That would have put him up. He'd have gotten just 3 of the first 9 shots to go down in this game. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra. As a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart, Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat move, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Philadelphia. Allen comes in for Kevin Garnett.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Miami trailer. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying they played as well as I've ever seen them play. Everyone is making the right decisions, and honestly, they're playing so well, they don't even need a coach right now. That's an interesting sentiment, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Now, here is George. After Jeremy Lamb's miss. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Stolen by Fareed. Gallinari with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Monroe, no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
George passes to Prince. Back to George. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
The Heat trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Fareed goes in. The feed now to Gallinari. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup. Gallinari's got his first basket. The 76ers leading by 3. George with the ball. He's picked up by Lamb. And George kicks to Allen. Pass to Prince. Outside Hill. Pass to George. Off the left ring and out.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Well, it has not been an easy start for him offensively. Just 2 for 8 shooting.
And now a look at the 2K leaderboard to see which point guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month. You take a look at Hill. Always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
And all those swipes have come for him because of the endless energy he devotes defensively. And whoever he's guarding, he just stays so close to him on the perimeter.
Yeah, he's the guy, if you're an opposing point guard, that you dread having to go up against. I mean, you don't want to see this guy because, like you said, he's going to be all over you. Like bees on a pop can at a picnic. That's how much he hovers around you.
You got away with words, my friend.
The Clark, we've seen the lead Jones quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game. Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. The 76ers again can't hit it.
You know, a lot of the talk about Andrei Kirilenko has been his length at the small forward spot, but he does a bunch of stuff out there well. He's got excellent court vision. He's a terrific passer, runs the floor well. He's really improved since he came into the league.
Here's Prihione. Allen outside. Great D that time from T.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Ross dishes to White. Excellent D there from Prihione. You mentioned the versatility of Kirilenko. Great length for a small forward. He can play either forward spot. He's a versatile guy.
Yeah, his length helps him at both ends. Kevin, a good finisher inside, and we all know about the shot blocking and the steals. Love those 5 and 5 numbers of his career where he gets, 5 of everything. Points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, fouls, whatever you want.
Now here's Teague after the miss from Pau Gasol. A nice shot by Teague. And the Heat lead by 3.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Park. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Allen. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the shot is good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Outside Kirilenko. Kicks to Diallo. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. Now the Heat take it the other way. So they take the lead.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
The 76ers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Hey, who's watching now?
Outside Teague. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Diallo. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's all tied in Miami. And
this Saturday, January 25th, the Miami Heat go up against the Toronto Raptors. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Thanks again for joining us. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
And they're really keying in on getting as many good shots inside the lane as possible. They're doing a nice job of not just settling for outside looks.
Yep, I agree. I mean, they're working it inside and doing it with intention and purpose.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Miami, we've got James White. Spencer Hawes out there with Brandon Wright. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Teague in at the 1. And Prihione kicks to DeColo. Clock at 6. Garnett. Wright's there. Fades away. It's rebounded by T.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
That's good.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
No question about it. I mean, when you talk about bruisers, that's his game. I mean, he's put that time in the weight room, and guess what? Now he's putting that strength and muscle to use.
And the 76ers making a change here. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Garnett. Teletovic in the post, defended by Nedovic. He only passes to DeColo. The dish to Garnett. Wright's there. 6 to shoot. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Now it's a 6-point 76ers lead. Here's Nedovich. Right side Teague. There's the pass to Nedovich. And here is Hawes. And Nedovich kicks the Teague. And it's blocked by Prigioni. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
And look here at the Heat, how they ranked in the NBA last season. First in field goal percentage, second in three-point field goal percentage, and they were ranked third in the league in steals. This is a team that does a nice job gambling and covering up for each other. That's why they're able to come up with those steals.
And Clark, the key number that you just talked about to me is field goal percentage. And when you're the best in the league shooting the basketball, it's a clear sign that you have an unselfish team and a clear plan of attack. That club is very impressive with their offensive efficiency.
Lopez with the button.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Teague, the pass to Nedovich. Feeds to right. Kevin Garnett with the steal. He kicks it to Teletovic. Moves back up. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Teague dishes to Hawes.
I think you have to be physical to be a dominant player in the NBA, but Spencer Hawes shows that he can also be effective without being, kind of a grinder inside. He's a very skilled passer and shooter, even from the block, and that's what makes him such a good asset on this team.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Prince comes in for Robin Lopez, and it's George in for Deco. Hill gets a screen from Garnett, and it's Hill penetrating. The shot is off. Excellent D from Gallinari. Going back to Hawes. He is in a bender down low, but his ability to stretch the defense caught with his outside shooting and passing more than makes up for it.
And he might not be the prototype in terms of what a dominant player in the NBA looks like, but he'll always find his spot on the roster and be a long-term player, because when you have his size and can find the open guy and hit open shots, there's always a job for you.
The three from George. That's good. George has got 7 points in the game.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
He feeds it to Gallinari. Outside, Garcia. Fires for three. Shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Now, here is George. He has 7. Prince kicks to Teletovic. It's Hill on the wing. Rejected by Gallinari. The Heat trail by 7. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Nedovich. 6 on the shot clock. He'll pass it to Garcia. Shoots it and misses it off the right side of the rim. The 76ers leading by 7. Now Hill. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Left side, George. Great D that time from Garcia.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Fareed outside. He dishes it to Hawes. Pass to Gallinari. Gallinari gets the screen from Hawes. Layup off the pick. And the layup is good. Hawes got 4 this quarter.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Hill with it. It's George on the wing. Prince outside. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Rose.
Tough to hit that shot when you got the defense right in your shirt.
Here's Gallinari. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Gallinari's got his second bucket of the night. The 76ers leading by 3. Hill kicks to Garnett. Outside, George. Dishes to Gasol. Fareed on him. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. Take a look at Hill. Third in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and deliver the offense in addition to running the offense. What a star-studded bunch of players.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that, to me, makes these guys special, Steve, is that they can do so many things to enable and help their offense. And not all point guards in the league have the unique combination of skills to produce that these guys do. And they've done it on a night-in, night-out basis. And I've marveled at their consistency as well.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the 76ers?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, it sure has. And another area where they've been on point is defending the rim, guys. A lot of blocked shots through the first 2 quarters.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Philadelphia. And here is Hill. 5 points in the game. Lopez outside. It's back to Hill. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Gasol passes to Prince. Lopez sets a screen for Prince. Good work defensively by Monroe. The Heat trail by 4. Gallinari dishes to Rhodes. Fareed outside. And Lamb kicks to Rose. There's the feed to Lamb. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Lopez a screen on Rose. Hill passes to Prince. It's back to Hill. Working on Rose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Some really good games going on, and that Toronto one has caught my eye.
Deep 2 from Hill.
He got off to a hot shooting start, but can't seem to find the range now.
Now here's Lamb, and by Prince. And Gasol sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Now a timeout called by Miami. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. To put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
On defense, Philadelphia passes it to Fareed. Kicks it to Gallinari. Defended by George. 5 to shoot. And it's Rose penetrating. That gives them the lead. Rose has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Allen kicks to Hill. Back to Allen. Pass to Gasol. Fareed's there. And he lays it straight in. 7 points for Pau Gasol. Clark and Steve, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
Rose goes in. Gallinari. Lamb dishes to Monroe. Lopez is there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Lamb kicks to Gallinari. Rebound by the 76ers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Gasol backing down. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead. The Heat have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rose with the ball. George picks him up. Here's Monroe. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Monroe's got his first points of the night.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Now, here is George. He's got 7. George gets a screen from Gasol. And the first half ends in a close one. 76ers lead by 1. Back after this.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Glad to have you with us on Martin Luther King Day. Let's get rolling with the halftime show. The 76ers battling hard in this one. They're trying to close in on the 8th best record in the conference. A win here would give it to them. We've seen Pau Gasol having a superb game. He's up to 9 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence. Out at Phillips.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke.
Jeremy Lamb has been playing well. He's got 13 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, George Hill out there with Paul George. Then it's Pau Gasol. It's Garnett, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Rose double teamed. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Hill passes. Oh, the rim is shaking.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Here's Lamb. Right side Rose to tie. Rose with another miss. Philadelphia leading by 3.
I think when you look at Derrick Rose, fellas, the most intimidating thing about him is his elite speed. But you also have to consider his size. He's well put together, about 6'3", maybe just a shade over 200 pounds. He is a handful when he's coming at you fast with that strong body and explosiveness.
And Miami shooting around 41% on the night. Oh, and there's the alley.
High and down hard. How's that for a one-man show? Look at this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
The most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
He pulled it off, too. Remarkable.
Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Hill. And the 76ers get it back. Well, they'll get another chance. And George kicks to Hill. Prince outside. There's the dish to George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 5 points now this quarter. The Heat trail by 6. Outside Rose. And the pass to Lamb. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go. Lamb's got 16.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. 4th, the 76ers.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Pau Gasol. Garnett kicks to George. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Well, he's an exciting young player. Almost 6'10", great athleticism, length, dynamic finisher at the rim, and he can guard multiple positions defensively.
And you know what, Steve? His growth defensively has been just as impressive. He uses that length to great advantage, contesting shots and coming away with deflections and steals.
Rose sets the screen for Lamb. He kicks it to Rose. Feeds it to Lamb. He dishes it to Gallinari. Good ball movement here by Miami. Just 3 to shoot. From downtown. No good from Lamb. The 76ers leading by 6. Outside Hill. George. That's good. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, we really haven't seen the same focus defensively that we did in the first half.
Gallinari dishes to Lamb. Rose a screen on George. Gallinari inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Garnett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
They're not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important. That's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now. And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rack.
Hill kicks to Lopez. It's back to Hill. It's Prince on the wing. And the shot falls short this time.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he is going ice cold here.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
He feeds it to George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 20 points for Paul George.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Hill against Rose. Ball's knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. Left side, George. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Rose has tapped the ball. And it's slammed in by Fourie.
Well, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Prince kicks to George. Defended by Lamb. In low to Garnett. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Garnett's got 7.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And the Heat call time here. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Philadelphia on D. They lead by 7. Gallinari with it. Now Kirilenko defending. Outside Teague. He passes to Lamb. Lock at 6. Teague kicks to Lamb. The Heat need to get a shot off. Paul George with the steal. Pass to Kirilenko. Dishes it to Prince. It's Hill on the wing. The feed to George. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Let's take a little closer look at Jeff Teague, some of his numbers. Good season for him last year. 8th in free throw shooting. And his passing skills were on full display last season. He was in the top 15 in the league in assists.
You know, that free throw percentage of his, Steve, there were only a handful of players better from the line than he was. I mean, he was repetitive with his stroke and with his routine every time he got to the free throw line. And that, to me, is the mark of a good free throw shooter. You got to do the same thing every time you get to the line.
Wide open look. Jump shot is good. Teague's got 6 points.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Passes it to Prince. Wide on a baseline J. Another miss by Prince.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
And Gallinari kicks to Lamb. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Jacks up a three. They grab their own miss. Lopez kicks to Prince. Pass to Hill. Back to Prince. Poke loose. And stolen by White. And now here comes Teague leading the break. And he goes up strong with one hand, flushes it down. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Yeah, especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Another miss by Prince.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Outside Teague. Outside White. Kicks it to Lamb. Back to White. There's the dish to Teague. Just 4 to shoot. For the lead. Excellent D there from Hill. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Into Lopez. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Lopez has got 10.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Teague kicks to Lamb. Drops in the tray. Lamb's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes and excellent play.
These two teams, guys, look so evenly matched to me. I think this could go right down to the wire.
Prince against White. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he's not the best athlete on the squad, but he had the room he needed, and he took advantage.
76ers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And some changes here for the 76ers. Boris Diaz checked in for Lopez. DeColo comes in for George. And it's Pablo Pregioni in for George Hill. Teague, the pass to Ross. Feeds to right. Rejected by Diaz. Outside Teague. And there's the pass to Ross. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. After Garcia lets the three fly, and that one's good. Garcia's got 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
They set the pick. DeColo dishes to Prince. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one.
Tune in Friday, January 20th.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
We've got Teague. Gallinari is out there with Brandon Wright. Then there's Garcia, and it's Ross in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Allen outside. Gallinari with the steal. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
Hill kicks to Prince. He's against Garcia. Takes the 13-footer. Prince's shot is good.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. He kicks it to Ross. Just 5 to shoot. With the teardrop. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. And some changes here for the Heat. Monroe comes in for Brandon Wright. And Kenneth Faried subbed in for Francisco Garcia. Allen outside. He dishes it to Diaw. On the wing, George. He feeds it to Allen. Hill, Teague covering. That's Hill. That time the assist by Allen. That's now 8 points for Hill.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Teague kicks to Faried. Ross. Pass to Monroe. Guarded by Prince. Monroe dishes to Ross. Back to Monroe. From 7, he passes to Ross. From the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Prince has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Teague kicks to Gallinari. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Back to Teague. Monroe with a screen on Hill. Teague for 3. The long distance three is good.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
Well, and as hot as they've been, there's no need to change their offense. Just continue to play the way you're playing. You're going to get open looks.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Dishes it to Monroe. Lopez is there. The 8-footer. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Well, and that usually leads to a win. I mean, this is just very efficient offense that we're seeing tonight.
Hill kicks to George. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. And free throw good from George. So it's Miami now. A 2-point game. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Now Teague. From deep three-point range. Allen with the rebound.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
Garnett kicks to Allen. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. George passes to Allen. George to take the lead, and that is good. George has got 26.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Knocked loose. Tries to keep it alive. Lamb dishes to Teague. Monroe. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 6 points for Greg Monroe.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. And they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, and a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Allen kicks to George. And he banks in the layup. And he has 28 points for the game. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Look at what Hill has done so far. He's got 8 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
And the 76ers making a change here. Prince is checked in.
His one miss there could be important. There's a big difference, a huge difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead. Oh, a fantastic quarter for him here in the fourth. I mean, efficiency personified here. And Gallinari, a 6'10" small forward, highly skilled, excellent size, really good mobility as well. That makes him a really confident, capable player at both ends of the floor and gives him an advantage because of that 6'10" frame.
And George, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 10 points in the quarter.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Teague, the pass to Gallinari. Back to Teague. The feed to Fareed. For three. Rejected by Prince. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Derrick Rose is checked in for Jeff Teague. And Gallinari, Clark, you mentioned, good size, moves his feet well defensively. I'll be anxious to see how he comes back from this blown knee.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned the defense, Kevin. He's frequently called upon to guard some of the best players in the league, guys like LeBron or Kobe. Usually a man his size isn't going to draw a lot of perimeter defensive assignments, but Gallinari can really move.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Outside Hill. This is it to Lopez. Outside, George. George gets a screen from Lopez. George with the ball. He's picked up by Lamb. Hill, no good.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Here's Gallinari. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Now it's a 3-point Miami lead. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
On the wing, George. Here's the three. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 8 rebounds in this game. Rose goes in, and Lopez with the block. Here's Fareed. The shot is off, and the 76ers go the other way with it. George dishes to Prince. Here's Garnett. Soft touch off the glass.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Hill. It counts. And the foul. That one on Rose. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their activity at the defensive end has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get. Those and ones will be really critical moments in a tight game like this one.
Left to play here in the fourth. And that one's good. 10 points for Kenneth Fareed. 76ers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Hill kicks to Garnett. Pass to Lopez. And Kenneth Fareed pulls it down. And he's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Rose goes in. Out to Gallinari. A 3-pointer, no good.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that.
And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. That's going to send Greg Monroe to the line. That one on George. The 76ers trail by 3. Hill kicks to Prince. 1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Hill passes to Garnett. The second chance effort. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Rose goes in. Out to Gallinaro. For 3. Nails the triple.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Hill kicks to George. Lets it go. Hits the front of the rim and out. Miami's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts.
Huge play.
It's not possible what we just thought. Is that possible?
It's probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Prince misses.
Not a bad look at the hoop. Just couldn't get it to bounce in for him.
Hill against Rose. Knocks it loose. From deep, George.
Looked like the defense was totally scattered on that fast break. Nice job taking advantage there with the wide open 3.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeremy Lamb.